Good morning, boys and girls. Today we're going to work on clocks. Turn to Eureka Math Book A to page 257. 257. Boys and girls, what you need to do for this activity is fill in the blanks. Look at the two clocks. This incomplete sentence reads, clock blank shows 11:30. Here's clock A. Does that show 11:30? Or B, does that show 11:30? Well, to help you find out if it's 11:30, you need to make sure that the hour hand is pointing or past the 11. Let's look at this hour hand. This hour hand, I'll trace the hour hand. It's a smaller hand. I'll trace it up to the number. Is it 11:30 there? Did it pass 11? Let's look at clock B. Let's trace the hour hand, go up. Look to see where the hour hand, is that 11:30? Well, A is passing the 11. Clock B is passing the 10. It's not 10:30, it's 11:30. So my choice would be letter A. Boys and girls, you need to look at the clocks for number 2, 3, 4, and 5 and choose which letter shows you the time for the underlying part. I'll give you about 1 minute. Pause the video. When you're finished, then you may continue. Okay, boys and girls, we're going to check our work. The part that's going to help us is the hour hand. If we trace the hour hand, we'll find out what is the best time. So for number 2, the incomplete sentence reads, clock blank shows 2:30. So we're looking at 2:30. I'm going to trace the hour hand. That one's past 2. Let me trace this hour hand. That one's past 12. So the best answer for 2:30 would be A. You can write the answer on the line. Number 3, clock blank shows 6 o'clock. Well, I'm going to look for the hour hand. This is the hour hand down here. It's pointing to the 6. What about this one? Trace this, and it's going up to the 12. It's not 12, it's 6. So the best answer is A. Okay, boys and girls, look at number 4. The sentence reads, clock blank shows 9:30. Let's look at the hour hands. This hour hand is between the 8 and the 9. This hour hand is between the 9 and the 10. This one is asking for clock blank shows 9:30. So my best choice would be B, because the minute hand is at the 30 mark here and it's past 9, so it's 9:30. My best answer is B. And number 5, clock blank shows 6:30. Let me trace the hour hand. That's past 7. Let me see this hour hand. That's past 6. So my best answer would be B. Good job, boys and girls. Give yourself a happy face and give yourselves an oh yeah. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah. Let's look at the next page. Let's continue with number 6. For number 6, we're going to match the clocks. Which clocks? You have the analog clock on this side. You have the digital clocks on this side. So we're looking for 7:30. 7:30. Not 7 o'clock, but 7:30. I'm looking at this first clock here. That's 7 o'clock. I'm looking at this clock here. The hour hand is pointing to past 5. Now we're looking at 7:30. The hour hand for this one is pointing past 1. And the hour hand for this one is pointing past 7. So I would choose this one because the minute hand is on the 30 minutes. So 7:30, I would go there. And 7:30 is the same thing as 7:30. That would be this one. Okay, boys and girls, I'll let you finish the rest of number 6. Pause your video. When you're ready to continue, you may restart the video. Okay, boys and girls, let's check our work. The next problem reads 1:30. I'm going to use a different color for this one. 1:30. So I'm looking at this one here. That one, the hour hand is pointing to past 5. For this one, the hour hand is pointing to past 1, and the minute hand is on the 6. So yes, this one could be 1:30. So I would go that one. And which one is 1:30? I would go with 1:30 because half means 30. 1:30 is 1:30. Let's look at the third box. I'll use a different color for the third box. I'm using a different color just so that you don't get confused at home. This one reads 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. That means the hour hand needs to be at the 7 and the minute hand needs to be on the O clock, on the 12. Oh, I know which one that one is. That's this one up here, 7 o'clock. And this one here, 7 o'clock. The last box reads 5:30. 5:30. Well, there's only one clock left. For the analog clock, that would be this one. That's 5:30. And 5:30 for the digital clock is 5:30. Good job, boys and girls. Let's go on to number 7. Now you need to draw the minute and the hour hands on the clocks. So the first one reads 3:30. 3:30. That means that my hour hand is not going to be pointing directly at the 3. It's going to go between the 3 and the 4. Let's see if I can do that. And my minute hand is going to be pointing to the 6 because the 6 is at 30. So that would be 3:30. Okay, boys and girls, now you can do it. Show me 8:30. Show me 11 o'clock. Show me 6 o'clock. Show me 4:30. Show me 12:30. Do your best, boys and girls. Turn off your video. When you're ready, you may restart it. Very good, boys and girls. Let's continue with number 7. We're doing 8:30. So my hour hand is going to be past the 8, but not to the 9 yet. And my minute hand is going to be on the 6. And I need to touch 6 because remember that the minute hand touches the numbers. The hour hand doesn't touch the numbers. So that would be 8:30. 11 o'clock. So I'm going to use my minute hand. My hour hand, is going to be pointing right at the 11. And my minute hand is going to be touching the 12 because that's o'clock. 11 o'clock. The next time, it reads 6 o'clock. So my hour hand is going to be pointing to the 6, and my minute hand is going to be up to the 12 because that's o'clock, 6 o'clock. The next clock reads 4:30. So my hour hand is going to be pointing past the 4, but not past the 5. And then my minute hand is going to be on the 6 because that's 30 minutes and it touches a number. Let's look at the next hour. Is 12:30. That means that my hour hand is going to go past the 12, and my minute hand is going to go down to the 6 because that's a 30 minute and it touches a number. The hour hand does not touch the number. 12:30. Okay, boys and girls, check your work. When you finish, go ahead and give yourself a happy face and give yourself a firework. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Very good, boys and girls. We're ready for our exit ticket. Turn to the next page. So for the next page, I'm going to underline what you need to do. You need to draw the minute and hour hands on the clocks. You can do it, boys and girls. Turn off the video. Tell me what time it is. Number 1 reads 1:30. Number 2 is 10 o'clock. Number 3 is 5:30. Number 4 is 7:30. Do your best, boys and girls. Turn on the video when you're ready to check your work. Okay, boys and girls, let's check our work. For number 1, it reads 1:30. That means my hour hand is going to go past the 1, but not to the 2. And my minute hand is going to go down to the 6, and I touch the 6 because that's a 30 mark. 1:30. Number 2 reads 10 o'clock. My hour hand is going to be pointing to the 10 because the minute hand is pointing to the 12 o'clock. 10 o'clock. And number 3, the time reads 5:30. So my hour hand is going to go past the 5, but not to the 6. And my minute hand is going to go down to the 6 because that's a 30-minute mark. 5:30. And last, boys and girls, number 4 reads 7:30. My hour hand is going to go past the 7, but not to the 8. And then it says 30 minutes, so I'm going to go down to the 6, and I touch the 6 with my minute hand. Okay, boys and girls, check your work. Give yourself a happy face, boys and girls. And give yourselves a clap, clap. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Cluck, 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 cluck. Very good, boys and girls. Good job. Remember to continue with happy numbers.